deal with airplane peanuts.
From hot takes about the CEO right after the shooting,
they're denying claims and people are dying. The food supply is poisoned. The motive out there is wild.
to America's obsession with the assassin,
Everybody's fixated on how good looking this guy looks. If he looked like Jonah Hill, no one would care.
and even a few of the wildest conspiracies,
This has weird psyop written all over it.
Well, everything does to you.
this video contains over 60 different comedians all reacting to the Luigi Mangione United Healthcare CEO story, starting off with Chris Rock's opening monologue from Saturday Night Live.
He actually killed a man, a man with a family, a man with kids, man. I mean, I have condolences. I'm gonna have real condolences for, the healthcare CEO. I mean, this is a real person, But you also gotta go, sometimes drug dealers get shot.
One of you guys could be the assassin. Isn't that crazy right now? Like somebody was assassinated today and they're on the lam in the city. They might not be in the city, but it could be you. Could be me. Did you kill that guy? They said it was a white guy, so could be literally anybody in here. It's crazy. That guy, he's existing somewhere. Isn't that f***ing nuts? He's got like a fake mustache on. He's like, oh my God. So far, so good, Did you guys hear about it? I feel weird if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't be so excited about it. He probably had children or whatever. Don't get mad at me. I didn't do it. You don't know. All right. Yeah, you might. I might have. That would be a hell of an alibi. If I'm a professional killer and then I'm just up here like... I feel like a few of you at this point in the show would be like, I would buy it. You haven't really done a joke yet. It does feel like something's off here. The whole show, I'm just like, I don't know, it's crazy. What do they paint that? That's red or brown? What's that, maroon? Common's weird. You don't really... You guys are like, I think this guy might be a professional assassin. Certainly not killing here, but... What, are you got a busted hand there? Is that from hiding? Something's up. This guy's got a busted wing. Bicycling. That's how the guy got away! What? That's the only photo of the guy.
The United Healthcare CEO is lucky. Was lucky. He died doing what he loved, standing outside a Manhattan hotel, getting ready to speak to the troops, to rev up the troops. He died doing what he loved, standing outside of a Manhattan hotel at 6 a.m., getting ready to rev up the troops. He had a call. I believe he had some investment call or something. I think it's time to think about the holidays in a different way. It's too materialistic. It's disgusting. The stores and the toys and the crap. We got too much crap in the country. The United Healthcare CEO is lucky. He died doing what he loved. He died a soldier. Healthcare is a war between sick people and insurance companies. It's a war. Sick people are very selfish. Have you met any of them? They never stop. Blah, 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 blah. Chemo, chemo, chemo. I have no hair.
They knew what door he was going in, what time he was going to be there. He was murdered.
They walked up to him, shot him in the head.
Yes.
In the chest.
And the leg.
In the chest.
Dead.
Masked man.
What Masked man got away.
But on a bike, and he's on the lam.
No one
He's
knows
on a
who-
lamb?
He's got to find a guy riding a lamb. Sir? Sir? Yes, here's a man.
I like that he did the act out, you did the voice, and he set up the joke. That was a trifecta there.
This dude, they're looking for him, and it's hard because the people are on his side. There's literally people dressing up as him, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like some of the cops were even on his side because the cops were on a manhunt for him in Central Park, and they weren't looking hard. Dude, they weren't. Like, did you, if you saw the news and you saw them in Central Park, I've never seen a more lackadaisical hunt in my life. There were cops in Central Park. This is being shot. They see the camera and they know what's going on the news, and they were still like, he ain't in this bush. Where else is there to look?
Dude, I bet all those Giuliani guys were going, dude, was that you? Did you call that? Was that us? Was that us? Because I didn't hear it in the meeting. Am I next? Am I next? Like, they're all nervous going, wait a minute.
That's actually a great point.
Please tell me that was just some random dude.
That's
Because
a
if
great
that was
point.
inside and I didn't know that was happening, I got a green light on me? He starts dyeing his hair again. Whatever they were talking about today, in their big Illuminati meeting, that was definitely, as they're over there drinking virgin blood, like, dude, you see that fucking CEO?
Dude, you got to do a bit. That's a funny bit how guys are going, hey, like trying to feel their friends out. Hey, did you see what happened? Is that us? That was us.
Was that us? Hey, man, like, I know that was kind of a public thing and you can't tell too many people, but like, I kind of thought I was in the circle. I thought I was in the circle of trust.
Like at 7:30. Hey, dude, you see the news this morning? You don't even say what it was. You just find out.
He goes to the Illuminati mountain and he's got his pass card. He says, please work.
It's like the first time I've been pro Second Amendment. It was the first thing I saw in the morning. It was like another person was shot and killed. I was like, what is this country coming to? CEO of United Healthcare. All right. It's not so bad. At 7 a.m. before his coffee and everything. He's like, I got one thing I need to take care of today. It's so funny. The funniest part about it to me is because, like, in the paper, they were like, it seems to be a planned assassination, but nobody really understands the motive as to why. I think that dude got a bill from United Healthcare. Like, it's like $40,000. I ain't paying this shit. I'll take care of this right now.
Flirting is the thing that brought him down.
Flirting?
Yeah, he smiled at the hostel he was at.
Yes.
Where he pulled
I was
the
like,
mask down.
what a sunshiny smile he had. I
Well,
was like, that is going to get him.
He knows that.
Beautiful smile.
He knows that he has a beautiful
does.
smile.
He
That's why
does
he's like,
know
you think I'm good with a gun? And then he was like, wink. And then that ended up being his downfall.
Luigi,
what are you doing?
that and like having the gun on him in McDonald's.
He's like,
same coat, I think, too.
Oh, no.
Dude.
He's like, are you guys mad at me? We thought he escaped like Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
That's what we were calling him Jason Bourne.
The weirdest thing is, like, this has weird psyop written all over it.
Well, everything does to you, but
There's a national, worldwide hunt for you, and you're going to show up at McDonald's with the gun? Why? Is that the first thing you get rid of?
Did he show up at McDonald's?
You're driving through the country. Oh, there's a lake.
Can you Venice AI that? Did he have the gun with him?
Yeah, he had the gun with him, and that's what, people are confused about because he ditched the backpack, but then the backpack was full of Monopoly money.
Unless his grandpa saved that from Vietnam in his butt.
You shot a CEO in the head, and it's 5 days later,
Yeah.
and you managed to evade the cops in New York City. Would you be in a McDonald's in Pennsylvania with a manifesto and a gun on you?
Absolutely, yeah, why not?
That
Where
seems
are you going to
odd.
go?
Where are you going to go? I mean, you're going to try to not get caught.
Oh, how about find a lake and chuck your 3D
Right.
printer gun away?
It's just weird. He's super rich. He disappeared for 4 months. Nobody knew where he was. It's odd. The Syria shit's going wild.
Yeah.
It almost seems like forces are, again, it's a fun place to have these conversations.
Yeah.
It almost seems like forces are trying to make it very interesting for Trump's for his next term.
100%.
Right?
100%.
It's odd. They go, oh, yeah, you're going to enjoy your transition. We're going to have all kinds of shit going on. We're
I
going
love
to
that
have...
he was in a McDonald's. It's like he's like for the people.
Some of his pictures were him with McDonald's.
Also, an Italian guy, so it's like
It all lines up
bring
really
Italians
perfectly.
back also.
Maybe it does. Maybe it
Garden's
is.
like,
bring
why,
the Italians.
Yeah.
Bring the Italians back.
Why?
It's in it. What's your read on it?
You know, it's like Timothy McVeigh is
Right.
in a car with no license plate
Right.
and all these guns. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like too convenient, right?
We all hate healthcare people. We all know
We
that this is
all
a
do.
depraved and evil system.
We do.
And I'm not saying that, I don't know if the way to do it is to shoot people in the head, but what I will say is that it is just an interesting thing to talk about where this guy was for 4 months.
Where was he?
Where was he? There's all these
What was he
messages.
doing?
People going, hey, you made commitments to my wedding. We haven't been able to get in touch with you. And his brother's a congressman and the family's loaded. And I don't know. It's just very interesting.
He was at a McDonald's with a laptop. You're getting caught. You're getting caught. No one goes to McDonald's to hammer out some work, face. What year do you think this is? You're pretending to be in tune with the fact that America is some sort of capitalist hellscape. Meanwhile, you're hanging at McDonald's on the laptop asking for the Wi-Fi. What did you go up to the McDonald's? Hey, can I have the Wi-Fi? The Wi-Fi? You're just going to get work done at a public McDonald's? What do you think this is, a Starbucks in 1998? This isn't a rom-com, brother. No one's busting out the laptop at McDiesel's. You go there, you have the brand new chicken Big Mac, you enjoy it, you shit blood in the bathroom, you move on with your day. You don't hammer out work at the Altoona McDiesel's. They're going to find you. They're going to find you. No one works at McDonald's. Find somewhere. Is there a fast food place you could work at? Ooh, let me think about it. No, not even Jack in the Box. And he carries a briefcase.
And then he's caught in the McDonald's, like sitting there on his laptop with the gun and a manifesto, a 300-page manifesto, and 10 grand in cash and foreign currency. And then he actually gets deposed. He goes into court in front of the judge yesterday.
And then what does he say?
And he goes, a couple things. The money that was planted on me. Yeah. And
oh, now it's funny, Al, huh? Cops been doing this to black people for years, but now it's funny when it happens to
But
the
they got a
Italian.
fake ID to gun and money. Like usually they just plant 1 gram of
Well,
crack
when
on
it's
them.
a
and
white
that's
person,
it.
you need a lot of evidence. Okay? When it's black dudes, you barely need any.
Yeah, exactly.
Some blind bitch could be like, I think I saw him.
Let me ask you this. You shoot a guy, you got foreign currency, and you're ready to flee the country. You got the money, and you're like, before that, let me go to Altoona, Pennsylvania, and pull up at a McDonald's. Who the f*** is doing that?
The McRib. That McRib, when that McRib
They
is
got
in
that in
season, you need to
Canada.
pull
They
up.
got better McDonald's out in the rest of the world.
Why would he go to Canada? Like, if you got to leave America, you
That's
go to...
first. You go Canada, you fly out from Canada, whatever.
Yeah,
Who
but
knows?
workers at McDonald's don't snitch. Come on, Trump don't snitch.
Yeah.
he's a fry flipper over there.
Yo, Trump, you know what Trump got to do if he really wants to win over America? He got to pardon this man.
Oh, that's fine. No, Biden needs to do that.
Wait, what?
Just come on, go out on a high. For real. If he pardons him, everyone will forget about his son.
That makes complete sense.
That's what I'm
That makes
saying.
you kill a
It's
story
nice,
with a better story.
Question: what is worse, murdering a vile CEO of a awful health insurance company, or snitching on the person that did it?
Yeah. Oh, interesting take.
Fucking, what are you doing, snitching on Mangionis?
Was there a reward?
Probably.
Do you know how many McDonald's how much McDonald's you could buy with whatever the reward was?
Not that much. Big Macs are $7.80.
He's eating McDonald's hash brown, so it had to be before 10:30. He's eating a McDonald's hash brown, which means somebody woke up early to snitch. Damn, barely awake at 9 o'clock. I don't know. Blinking. Oh, that must be him. Let me make the call. You know? And what's even crazier about that is apparently, at least as of the time I am talking to you, it looks like that McDonald's worker that called him is not going to get the reward money. Which, wow.
I feel like it was a very anticlimactic ending. Again, someone spotted him, a little bit of a rat. I don't like it. I would have likened him to have maybe he was gross, because this is fun. Again, this is in the same vein. I don't really give a that someone died here. You know what I'm saying? Like on paper, it's like, sure, the individual losing a life and anyone suffering to violence is always like, we don't condone it. But at the same time, it's like, I can't give a I don't have enough time. My Instagram's not growing. I've got a podcast that was due a week ago. Like, I've got shit going on. I got my fantasy football team to fucking change. I'm like, we can't just slow down and start caring about the death of other humans. It's crazy.
This guy was a big Christian, apparently. How is he a Christian and he allows hundreds of thousands of children that have leukemia not get the treatment they need in the wheelchairs that they... I'm not saying he should have been shot. Stabbed would have been fine, choked, whatever. I'm not saying this guy should have been shot in the back. Front would have been fine, whatever. However you want to do it is fine. I was doing a lot of research about these insurance companies because I know my experience is I pay $40,000 a year before another $7,600 in deductions, and I get shit coverage. So I'm a little pissed off. I got many flies up my ass today. I just think at the end of the day, like, the poor people are the ones that don't have the time to challenge. They say that 17% of all claims are denied, in-network claims. So that was in 2021. So they say that poor people way less likely to challenge it because they're working full-time jobs. You got two parents working 2 jobs each, trying to raise kids. They don't have time to get on the phone with the insurance company for what can be 3 or 4 hours on one claim. So they just count on that. And the rich get richer and the poor get poorer and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think this is going to be an isolated incident. I think these CEOs are going to need some serious protection.
You know what's annoying me about this kid who killed this CEO is none of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people when they are at their most vulnerable after we've all given them our money every month and now we finally need you and all you do is deny us. And then these pussies and all of these things are taking the pictures of their CEOs off their websites. You know, I got to be honest with you, okay? I love that that CEOs are afraid right now. You should be. By and large, you're all a bunch of selfish, greedy pieces of shit, and a lot of you are mass murderers. You just don't pull the trigger. That's why it looks clean. That's why these people look, oh my God, oh, he was just, walking into a hotel. It's like, okay, well, what was his job? What did he do? What was the results of it? Did I tell you, like, out here in 2026, like, they're going to not have a sell-by date on food anymore, and they're trying to make it like they're trying to save regular people money? It's like, no, they're going to let grocery stores sell food past the sell-by date because they weren't legally allowed to sell it. And then, they probably have to eat that. They have to eat, no pun intended. They have to eat the cost of that. So now they're going to pass it on to us. Okay. And that thing went through with Democrats and Republicans. Once again, selling us all out. They don't give a
Well, they said that all like the security firms were getting calls off the hook from every CEO the second he got shot. They're like hiring massive armies of security now.
Oh, I'm sure
they're all going to be decked out with guards everywhere.
That's even like a worse look, like in this kind of new age of America, where it's like the people that the movers and shakers, like now they move like they're the Rolling Stones or something. They need like
they're deleting their Wikipedia pages too. They're all like they're deleting the names of all the CEOs off of the internet. They're all trying to erase their information. It's crazy. They're such cowards.
I'm pretty sure even during COVID, all these hospitals went bankrupt and they had to roll them all up into one thing. So now they're all owned by private equity. All these doctors are giving surgeries they don't really need to do, and they're getting kickbacks from the medical sales companies.
It's a very unethical job to have.
There's another one that actually just got repealed. So technically, this guy already did one good thing so far. Despite killing people, which is bad. Yeah. He did one thing.
Killing person.
Killing
person. We're talking about people.
Yeah,
person. He killed way less people than that healthcare CEO.
Someone did a death count. They said he killed, they accumulated over his time as CEO in this specific position. It was like 40,000 people or something like that.
Have died because he denied them coverage.
This is what they're estimating, yes. And it's a little indirect. But
that's a genocide.
That is a genocide.
That's a genocide.
People are like, he killed more people than Osama.
That's
40,000 people? I'm looking at Doug right now. Hold on.
Luigi Mangione, the alleged killer of the CEO, left a 4-star review of the Unabomber's manifesto.
Wow. It was a good manifesto.
Stating when all other forms of communication fail, violence is necessary to survive. You may not like his methods, but to see things from his perspective, it's not terrorism, it's war and revolution.
I mean, listen, sometimes you need kids like this to just, nothing's going to change about the health insurance industry, though. It's a racket. It's what it is. Same thing. They just got people by the balls. They know you're sick as They're going to charge you what they're going to charge you, and that's it. I don't think the CEO needed to get killed, but I guess this kid just was like, I'm going to send a message. I'm going to kill the guy at the top, which sucks. But you have to know as a CEO. See, my friend is a security guard, and he actually works at that Hilton hotel where that shit happened. He goes, every other CEO that has nothing to do with healthcare comes in with 3 or 4 security guards at all times.
Yeah, by the way, that's how expensive New York is. The CEO is staying at a Hilton.
Yeah. I know. With
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
It also sounds like your friend is just making excuses for him being a bad security guard.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, he wasn't there at that hour, but he was like, CEOs of like the most bullshit companies come in with 2 security guards at all times. He was like, so why was he walking alone? And he was like, CEOs should never be in New York City without an armed guard nearby.
I mean, who knows, dude?
I don't know.
I wouldn't even be, dude. At this point, nothing is surprising anymore. Everything is just so crazy.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't be shocked if you were like, the CEO paid the guy to kill him.
Yeah,
so his family could get life insurance money.
Yeah, it's
or whatever.
possible.
Like, I have no idea like what the ins and outs of this are. I doubt that that's the case, obviously, but who knows? But yeah, people are like rah-rahing it, you know.
So there was that whole idea that maybe it was he set it up on himself because he had all this stuff coming down on him.
Interesting.
And he was like, I got to get out of here. Off me, then my family gets the insurance because suicide, you don't get paid out.
Yeah, but I don't know that it feels like a guy like that is not driven by what's good for his family.
He's just driven by his
You know
own
what I mean? That's
self,
kind of an honorable thing. I don't know if he's taking the honorable way out. Like, what's the term for the Japanese when they do it?
Seppuku.
Seppuku. Yeah, that's not this guy. He's not doing that.
Yeah.
This guy's fleeing the country before he does that.
He's
Yeah.
faking his own death.
100%.
What is United Healthcare? They're one of the insurance companies that basically cover healthcare.
It's an insurance company?
Yeah, he was the CEO of a
Good.
billion
dollar.
Yeah.
Good.
Dude, can I tell you something?
Off.
I read about
this guy's a hero.
Hold on, I read about this online. It was the first thing I've seen about a murder where people were positive about it.
Everybody was
like, people under the comments were not like, oh, people are like, this guy's a piece of shit. That was overwhelming. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not calling for violence, but if they killed every CEO of every insurance company, the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
A man who I'm sure was a father with children, who had a mother who loved him, who had family and people in his life, was shot down and murdered in cold blood in the middle of Manhattan, outside of a building at 7:30 in the morning, and the entire world is thrilled. Not that this guy's dead, because no one even knew who he was before. They're just happy that the CEO of a insurance company was murdered. Not something tragic happened to him, not like he got drunk and fell and drowned and it was like an ironic twist of fate. Somebody came up and shot him 3 times. It has not stopped the entire world from celebrating on social media. I have seen so many jokes that the only thing I've seen people being like, hey guys, someone died, is like, you keep doing the same joke. Let's have different jokes about this. And people are like, I'll help the guy get away. Like, they want him to get away scot-free. I just read right before I walked in here today that they decided the cops have figured out he left New York City, but the entire world is on his side and that he could hide anywhere. And they would be like, you're the guy who killed the CEO? Come in and have dinner with my family. You can meet my kids.
I want to say, this is a little PSA from me. If you are the person who snitches on this guy and says, I know him from the mugshot, I am going to find you and beat your ass. What kind of coward? Shout out to that guy. Unbelievable.
What I can't believe is that there's the complete lack of remorse in every single comment section. Is wild.
Can you imagine getting gunned down in the street and the entire country almost parades?
Insane, dude.
Shit.
I'd never even heard of this corporation, and it turns out that everyone hates these guys.
It's truly unbelievable. I mean, there isn't an American in the entire country that has not been screwed over by the American healthcare system. It's such a damning story for these monsters. It's really incredible shit. I just love to see it.
Yeah, I you know what so that's got to be one of the first horsemen of the apocalypse is CEOs getting straight up murked on 54th Street.
The only way it would have been better is if he had a sword. He just lopped his noggin off.
If you're enjoying this video so far, feel free to press subscribe. Or if you're not quite there yet, hopefully the rest of this video will change your mind, as we still have over 40 comedians left to go.
They think they have a photo of the guy who whacked that insurance CEO.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, they think they have a photo of his face now.
Oh, they do, huh?
Well, I would think with the amount of
time
cameras.
or they picked it up later.
I think, there's cameras everywhere now, and that's
yeah.
part of the problem with someone. And I don't think this guy was a professional. I think this guy, if I had to guess, some guy who got f***ed over. Apparently that company is really bad on denying claims.
34% denial rate. Something
normal's
like that.
16. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's gonna be crying too hard over that guy.
Yeah, maybe his family, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's a dirty, dirty business. The business of insurance is gross.
It's, you know what's f***ed up, Paul, is I've been doing a bit in my act, talking about how it was better when the mob was running shit, because they were regulated simply because what they were doing was illegal. And I know that they were making a bunch of money, but they couldn't be flashing around. They had wars, they whacked each other and shit. And I was saying, like, how great would it be to see, like, you know, the head of, Walmart gets whacked by the head of the Target guy, have a nice old-fashioned war and just thin the herd and keep everybody honest. But the problem is those guys are all on the legal side of stealing. And all of those politicians, they give the politicians the heads up, and then they turn around, they make all these money. Andrew, what the are you saying? Nancy Pelosi just made $9 million on some shit? They're gangsters, dude. And then when one of them gets whacked or something, they're like, oh my God, he was such a good guy. It's a dirty game, Paul. Healthcare, dirty game.
Do you guys know anything about the CEO?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really nice guy.
Okay, tell me about
No,
it.
just salt of the earth. This is a
Salt
great
of the
dude.
earth, you know, family man, golden retriever.
No, it's interesting. Some people pointed out, like, I think even Bill Burr said on his podcast, he's like, these guys are gangsters.
Yeah.
Like, they sit, like, yeah, they got families, like, they're putting in basically policies within the organization to withhold coverage from people.
Of course.
Like, all these, like, healthcare companies, in order for them to make money, they have to deny coverage. That's,
Yes.
like, the way it works. And they're publicly traded companies.
Yeah.
And the consumer mission is like, okay, we're going to help the people. We're going to actually, like, help people that
So
need
a
care.
CEO's job is to remove as much coverage as possible.
Absolutely.
So that you can make the most money for the company.
Because you have a fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders of your publicly traded
So
company.
to deny people who need healthcare, healthcare is how you make the company profitable.
Yes. Precisely,
While
yeah.
at the same time getting them to continue to pay.
Yes.
So
Precisely.
convince you to pay them money and then not help them when they need it.
Correct. Exactly.
Kill
Yeah.
that mother. Yo, I'm just saying, kill that motherfucker.
Jesus, dog.
Kill that motherfucker.
Jesus.
Actually, don't kill him. You know what you should do? You should make sweet love to him. That's what you should do.
That's like a weird high-level hitman crime.
That's
You know
what they
I mean?
say, but then it doesn't look that professional because they find him on camera. And if you're a high-level hitman, you're not going to Starbucks before.
True. That's
a weird move.
True. Apple Pay. Right there. No, yeah. When I say high level, I mean just like killing a CEO is like a high level murder. You would think there was like some powerful interest behind it, or maybe it was just a psycho attacking. I don't even know that guy.
Who knows? I mean, it could be a guy who just who's over more than a health insurance company. You know, I mean, it's like, I feel like that's why Joker resonated with so many people, because in the beginning he's getting over by his insurance. So you're like, all right, whatever he does is kind of fine.
That's true. No, that's true. You get a
think-
surgery the day before, your thing lapses, and like you got to pay fucking $90 million. You're like, you mother.
We've all been on hold with an insurance company. Like, what the like, that's where you lose it.
True.
Because, you know, they always, I mean, and also it's like, it's a tough, that's a job I would not want. CEO, you're making a shitload of money at the expense of a lot of people who are suffering.
And that's the whole point of insurance. You're taking in more money than you're paying out. So you have to you have to try to pay out as little as possible.
And it does feel like they're trying to you sometimes.
They are. That they have to.
Yeah.
Their whole thing has to be, a lot of those places are like, there's just like 40% or whatever of people. If you're just like, yeah, sorry, no, they'll just be like, well, I guess I'm fucked then. And then there's like another percentage of people who will actively follow up. But then you can be like, well, all right, we're going to sue you. And like, all right, I'm not doing that. So there's like only a small percentage of people will like know the steps to be like, oh, I got to get a lawyer now. Like nobody thinks about that or like can afford a lawyer.
A silencer too is like, it also makes you realize how desensitized
It's
we
pretty
are.
pro hitman, dude. Silencer too.
But you could just buy a silencer.
Can you?
I'm sure somewhere.
Wait, I don't
in
get it.
America, you're telling me you
Yeah,
can't?
true.
It's
That's
not that
true.
hard to get a gun here.
I thought they were, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess silencers aren't that illegal.
I don't know.
I mean, they have to be illegal. You can't wear a bulletproof vest. If a cop sees you in a bulletproof vest, you can get like they can stop you. Like, what the fuck?
I feel like if you're a CEO of a health insurance company, you should get to wear a bulletproof vest for a while.
True.
Like a little while.
You know what's funny? I was sitting there reading an article, guy, like, oh my God, he's such a great guy. He had a wife and kids, and he's such a great guy. And then you find out he and the other guys he's working for are getting sued for $121 million for dumping a stock and not letting the other people know. It's like, there's your motive.
Anytime I hear CEO of one of the biggest healthcare, it's like you don't wish it on anybody. You feel horrible for his kids and his wife, of course. But dude, when I saw that, and I saw
what is more heartless than a CEO of a corporation? The decision in healthcare, the decisions that they make. This is the thing. I'm not saying what happened should have happened, but I'm just, for them to be like, oh, this is like, why would anybody want to do this? It's like they're denying claims and people are dying. The food supply is poison. It's like the motive out there is wild. It's right up there, Paul, with getting life insurance. The second you get life insurance, whoever is the beneficiary immediately has motive. You are now worth such and such amount of money if you're not alive. And there you are talking.
That's the first time in my lifetime where I saw surveillance of something that was like a movie where the guy just stood out holding the gun, silencer hat, shot him, and just went off. That was wild to see. My buddy who's a cop was like, did you see the surveillance? And when I saw him step out, I was like, is this real? That was nuts, dude.
That was so funny. Is this real? Paul, you're watching the world?
I was
what
just
about fucking Vladimir Putin? He's over there and he's got like Musk. You fucking put the cologne on and all of a sudden you start breaking out and like 3 days later you're dead. I thought the most disturbing thing about it was that they had camera surveillance of the guy from there all the way up to Central Park. It's like, what sort of Big Brother city is that?
Didn't that guy who killed 40,000 people allegedly, didn't he also rug pull his own company? Didn't he sell a bunch of his own stock?
He's being investigated for this, basically like a stock dump.
Whoa, so he could have dumped stock from his own company.
I think that's what the investigation
And that's
is.
almost like insider trading because you have knowledge of something that's going to happen within the company.
Oh, shit. He's Mr. Beast?
Yo, did he do a crypto scam? What in the Mr. Beast Hawk 2 and Logan Paul is going on over here?
United Healthcare CEO had a gun. We all saw it. It was self-defense. Yeah. Dude, I saw that too.
I saw that, dude.
I
yeah.
saw that. He
well,
was
the
literally...
video cuts off. I live in New York. I was there that day.
Yeah.
The video cuts off.
Yeah,
but
it's like really
he was
weird. 'cause
Brandishing
he was
huge
brandishing
gun.
it and saying, I'm going to shoot you, Luigi Mansione.
Luigi, I'm jealous of you. You have abs.
Yeah.
You have thick eyebrows I could never
Yeah,
achieve.
that's why I won't give you health care.
I won't give you health care because I'm jealous of you. And now get ready to suck my gun, you dirty Italian.
Yeah.
And then Luigi acted.
He was
you
like,
know,
oh, I don't want to do this,
which
please.
it wasn't him, by the way. It was another guy.
Yeah, it was another dude. It wasn't even Luigi. He mistook.
Yeah, he mistook.
The CEO
because
actually
the guy was
thought
wearing
it
a
was
mask.
Luigi.
It kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
So it's all a big tragedy of errors here.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Just you know how incompetent these guys
Yeah,
are.
it
The
was
police
self-defense
work,
plus it
police
wasn't
work.
him.
I think we did it.
I think
we
did it.
should be his defense
Someone put
team.
us on the line with Thomas. What was his name?
Thomas Dickinson
Thomas
or
Dickey.
something.
Yeah, Tom
Dickey.
Tom Tricky Dickey.
We got this. We got this. He's acquitted instantly.
It wasn't him. It was Yoshi. I heard he killed him by actually throwing a red shell at him.
Yeah.
Talk about bad branding. They got him in Starbucks right before.
What?
Yeah, they got him on camera in Starbucks ordering a coffee.
True. What do you get?
I don't know. Definitely not tea.
Yeah, no.
Not a tea drinker.
No
You
way.
need some caffeine to pull out an execution.
Yeah,
I would think.
it's like a caramel macchiato. Well, maybe a refresher. Maybe he got like a watermelon citrus refresher. Just carried out he went to Starbucks before he murdered him?
Yeah, that's run with that if you're Duncan.
True.
Run with that story. Like, hey, we don't
we don't sell shit to guys like that.
We don't like that.
Bad for Starbucks. I mean, they had their scandal. I think like 3 years ago, they like kicked a black guy out of there.
Oof.
Yeah, Starbucks. The
Not
employee
good.
kicked the black. He didn't buy anything. He was having a business meeting, talking business, and they.
But
kicked
they
it.
never kick anyone. It's such a,
I know it was pretty nuts.
That feels personal.
It does feel personal.
I go in there all the time to pee, and I don't get anything.
I'm in there. You're in there. You're trying to sign someone up to a pyramid scheme. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Let me tell you about a business opportunity. And they kicked him out, and it was like a huge deal. It was in Philly.
Damn.
That Starbucks came under massive fire, and they had to come out and be like, the CEO has to come out and be like, we don't like that at all.
It's so stupid too because they did that thing years ago at Starbucks where they're like, let's have a talk about race. Remember that ad campaign they did, and we're like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Because they kicked out a black guy, they had to do it.
That's so stupid.
And now they have murderers. Yeah, that's what happens.
So it makes you wonder, like, because obviously the people want to think, oh, it's a guy who's upset because his claim got denied for like his child, like a John Q type
No,
situation.
that's not what this is.
But it also is probably just
Money
like
related.
people trying to shut some people up.
Yeah.
And
So you think he was paid by some other people to do this, and it's not just like a crazy person?
No, it's him, I think.
Because he wrote like messages on the bullets.
Yes, that's
that
right.
was
I
the
heard
thing,
that as
right?
well. Yeah.
Which is like sort of crazy. I think it's a crazy person.
Also, apparently,
That would have been a really long manifesto, bullet by bullet.
Yeah. Well, you know, like,
that would have taken forever.
it's pretty wild because the gun jammed too, and the gun jammed on the bullet that said delay. I thought that was funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
the
crazy.
bullet that said delay was the one where you had to
He captioned the bullet casings.
I know. He legend. He f***ing carved that shit into the bullets. I mean, dude, you literally couldn't be a cooler guy. I'm sorry. I know that's like maybe frowned upon, but I find I find that to be like the coolest thing I've ever seen anyone do in my entire life. I'll pay for his meal, his honey buns in jail.
Oh, his commissary is going to be loaded.
I'll actually go down to jail and maybe service him if you catch my drift.
Well, make no mistake. If they do catch this guy or catch a guy, he's getting the Epstein treatment.
Oh my God, those eyebrows and those jizz gutters, dog.
Oh, have you seen the gutters?
Oh yeah, dude, he's got jizz gutters, dude.
Oh, really?
What a waste of jizz gutters. Okay,
I wouldn't say it's a waste.
Go
of
to
jizz
jail.
gutters.
Go to jail for the rest of your. Oh, but
Can't
by
they
the
have a
way,
more perfect place
yeah,
for gutters?
exactly,
Are you
dude.
kidding me?
This guy's like, I just look at those jizz gutters, dog.
That was such a bad take.
Look at those, bro.
Damn.
He's gonna love prison.
He looks like a Ninja Turtle. That's the torso of a Ninja Turtle.
What's he gonna do in prison if they? I feel like he's. Just
I don't know.
Everyone's
Everyone's going to be trying to fight for him.
Yeah.
They go, I want Luigi. Usually prison, they rape you. This one's going to be like The Bachelor, but in lockdown. He's like, yo, excuse me, do you mind if I interrupt? They're just sitting on the bench playing chess.
Never in history have women be so horny for a guy than they are for the United CEO. Bitches be...
Killer.
Bitches
They're
be...
not bitches. They're not horny for the CEO.
Or sorry, they're not horny for the CEO.
Spitting on that Trump's grave, man.
Girls love
Dude,
the
they're
bad
gonna
boy.
chicks are gonna go full like Westboro Baptist Church, and they're gonna go protest that guy's funeral.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they go f you.
It's one of those things when girls like the bad boy at the beginning, but then they don't. Then once they start dating him, they try to tame the guy. So they're sort of the reverse. You know that if a girl at the beginning, they're just like, you f***ing killing CEOs, you're such a bad boy. And then, within a week, maybe not a week, but like 4 months into dating that guy, she'd probably be like, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Yeah.
You're always putting your hood on.
Yeah, you go. I'm going to kill another CEO. That's kind of my deal.
Oh, I thought we had plans. We were supposed to go to IKEA today.
Yeah, you go. I'm going to kill the CEO of Lululemon. He goes, I like Lululemon.
I don't like it when you wear that hood either. You're always taking the. Why don't you just buy a bike? You're always taking the fixie. You're always,
real yappy for someone who's dating a murderer.
Girls love it when you're killing people before they date. Once you start dating, they'd hate it if you killed them. They'd get all mad. Oh, you're killing me now.
It's just like comedy. But they love it, and then they go, still doing this, huh?
Every night,
Every night, huh? You just gone every night, huh? Can't believe he didn't shave the eyebrows. What a mistake.
Why?
That's how they caught him.
I don't get how they caught him, period. Because
some snitch at McDonald's who worked at the McDonald's.
Well, I get that part, but why did he not just have a mask on when he did the shooting?
Well, he did. He should have had, because
how'd they get the pictures?
You see on TikTok and stuff, everybody has those like latex masks, where you can just like put over your head and like they look like pretty convincing.
Yeah.
Could have done that.
Put the Kanye West one on.
Yeah, bought one of those off of Alibaba, and you're like pretty set.
Or just go with the shiesty.
Or the shiesty.
Popping around New York with a shiesty, you blend in.
The chick at McDonald's was like, I saw his eyebrows because he was wearing a surgical mask, and she's like, I just saw this like eyebrow eyes, and she's like, I knew it was him.
She caught him on the Italian brows, eh?
Yeah,
Luigi Mangione.
Caterpillars.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting. I'll tell you what, when this guy's in prison, he's gonna be getting nudes sent right. And
But he might be a gay, but. Actually, no, I don't think he is, actually.
You don't think he's a gay? I don't think he's a gay. No. You sent me this article. It may seem bizarre, but many women, including me, are captivated by the hot assassin, writes Clara Gaspar.
Yeah.
So girls are...
Chicks love a hot assassin.
They can't...
Especially when it's an assassin for a good cause.
I know, I saw... You know what? It was, to me, this was sort of nature healing again. Where it was a little bit of, I know that some people think that you shouldn't be happy about death or whatever, right? Pierce Morgan had brought people on and did his thing, and they go, "You seem happy about this."
Yeah, well,
A man
literally,
is
Taylor
dead.
Lorenz is like, he's like
Taylor
talking about
Lorenz.
it. She's like, couldn't contain her.
Sure. And I agree. Some of the articles were like, this shooting was inevitable and all this stuff. And yes, people are a little giddy over the fact that the guy's dead. Sure. And it's a guy dead. And Pierce Morgan likes to bring people on. And he goes, a man is dead. Like, he's very...
He literally goes, what the f*** is wrong with you?
Yeah. And obviously, sure, whatever. Get mad at it. Obviously, someone died. It's in poor taste to probably gloat about it. But at the other side, if you go one further than that, we have a scenario now. 5 years ago, remember when in COVID, when big pharma CEOs were the heroes and comedians were the villains?
Sure.
Yeah, well, we're back to how it's supposed to be. Listen, if you want to be the, multi-million dollar CEO of a big pharma company or a big, huge insurance company, it's like, you know what comes with that? People aren't going to like it.
Yeah.
There's a news story just out that his family owns nursing homes, and they're under the gun for ripping people off. I'm like, wait a second. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. There's a whole lot of
Because he's
ripping
supposed
off
to be
going on.
Robin Hood. Yeah. The other thing is, was it too easy to catch him? That is a good question.
We got caterpillar or a double, triple caterpillar eyebrows, and you're just going around with the eyebrows.
You know how many times Eugene Levy got called in? They spotted him around. They spotted him around town.
Eugene Levy had to go into hiding. But I would say they could have an eyebrow off for charity before they put him in prison.
An eyebrow off. They could sell his eyebrow hairs and to women and make them.
But they released the call of the elderly lady at the McDonald's. Hi, I think I know who the killer is. He's sitting right over there with triple caterpillar eyes. I swear to Jesus, that's your man. And the cops came in.
That's right. And he had one picture, like the best picture he's taken in his life. He's got the hood on. He's smiling crooked. And every girl's like, Splash Mountain. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a dry seat in the house.
I don't know if you saw the headline, like in the New York Post, it said something like, Luigi Mangioni's landlord says that he had such a bad back injury, he couldn't anyone.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, why does the landlord know? And then everyone else is going, the landlord's the only one that knows who be in the building.
And then girls online are like, what if I bounce on it gently?
Well, is it the girls or is it the gay? I feel
It's
he's
everyone.
a gay
It's
icon. Is
everyone.
it ever? I've masturbated. I've definitely thought about like I would house him. He's on the escape. I see him. I go, come to the basement. We fall in love slowly for sure. I've thought about
Right. I think he's kind of like probably on the bi spectrum somewhere, but I think the gays are more into it than the girls. I guess for an assassin, he's pretty hot.
the eyebrows. It's the eyebrows took me out.
And of course, he is the hot murderer of the United Healthcare CEO. He is the hot Italian anarchist murderer who had a secret gay life where he had sugar baby relationships with black men. How hot is that? Let's all stroke to that. And, he was buying Gucci sneakers for some black guys who were probably pounding him out. Luigi Mangione, God bless him. That's the deal. That's what it is. The way it's going to work, by the way, is like over the next few days or weeks, they're going to find out a lot about him, and it'll probably test who supports him and who doesn't, because they're going to be like, wait a minute. So he was this socialist anarchist, but he was also like right wing and racist, but he was also like objectifying black men, but he also like didn't come out of the closet, and he also like fetishized black men, but he also like watch, the discourse is going to go off the rails for Luigi Mangione. There is no hero in America. We can't have a hero. We don't get a hero in this country, by the way. So if you think Luigi Mangione is your hero, wait a week. It's not going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's another thing, though, I think that we're not forgetting is that he did have a unibrow that he didn't even manage to. If you know the only photo of you leaked is your f***ing unibrow.
Also, dog,
trim the unibrow.
So he got caught, right? Because he pulled his mask down
because he's
flirting
flirting
with somebody.
Keep it in your pants. You can't even get
hard.
Keep
What
it
are
in your
you
pants.
doing? You can't. Your back hurts that bad. You can't even get intimate, but you're gonna get caught because you were trying to get some pussy that you're gonna disappoint.
You're trying to get some.
What are you doing, dude?
You're trying to get some back massages.
Yeah. What are you
You're
trying to
pussy.
do? What are you trying to do? Kiss?
Oh, also why you're shooting.
The United CEO killed. Did you see that kid? Oh my God, gorgeous. What a beautiful man. Holy shit. The picture on the post, they showed him his shirt off, ripped abs. You loved it. And he's like this. He is cute. That's it. Yeah. The gays of St. Louis. And so, dude, that kid, I mean, what's the story with this kid? Italian kid just shot and killed the CEO. I kind of feel if he's an Italian kid, he probably felt that the CEO disrespected his mother. Definitely, right? He probably did something to his mother, and the kid got shot. I mean, I get it. You know what's sad, too, is like nobody really cares. I mean, the CEO, I guess if you're the CEO of an insurance company, it's like you got to know that people are going to want to try to kill you, right? I mean, it's insurance, man. I mean, what a disgusting business. That's a really piece of shit business, that insurance stuff. But yeah, dude, he's caught now, and I'm interested to just kind of see. He should just do, dude. Honestly, if I was him, I would go in front of that jury with butt naked. I would just go naked and be like, yeah. Excuse me. Olsen, like the full send. Okay, sorry. Thank you. I didn't know what you sounded deaf.
Well, he loved the Unabomber, and this guy's more handsome than the Unabomber. I think the Unabomber's biggest thing is not that he committed crimes, it's that he was ugly. And you're going to go to jail for life if you're ugly. Luigi is actually good look. He's got an eyebrow problem, which is part of being Italian. But I think if he gets a razor in prison, Instead of trying to like break out or shiv a fellow cellmate, he should separate his eyebrows. I mean, that's the first thing his lawyer should do: separate eyebrows, so that they can be tried separately. He's better when he smiles. When he is screaming, and that orange jumpsuit doesn't do anything with his olive oil skin. Yeah, it's too. The scowls are no good.
Luigi's been tweeting stuff. He's been active. He's a big fan of Dr. Huberman. He tweeted some like
that was his last. I was going through his tweets, and I was like, damn, he really wanted us. Like everybody he watches, listens to. Like, there's no way he hasn't watched an episode of Flagrant and heard us be like, yo, we got to get after these rich motherfuckers.
You might be a Patreon Mangione.
I think he's a Patreon Mangione. Shout out you.
How pissed were you when you saw he wasn't following us?
Yeah, I mean, that's
I looked immediately. I was like, are they following me or Tinfoil Hat or anyone? And they weren't.
Tim's very upset about it.
I said, I called my agent. I started screaming. I go, what marketing is being done? This is exactly the type of person. If we're not reaching him, Sam, we're doing nothing. We're doing literally nothing.
Who do you think? You think he was following Call Me Daddy?
No, I don't know who. I was like Rogan, of course. Of course. Another win for Joe. Is following Joe and like Andrew Huberman or something. But I don't think no comedians.
That's unbelievable. All the hard work we've put out.
If we're not speaking to him, like what content is he consuming?
He followed Rogan.
Interesting.
No one else. Steve-O. He's like,
for my next stunt, I'm gonna shoot the CEO of United Healthcare point blank range with a silencer. Down, 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 down.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah.
What if he followed you?
I would be flattered.
Yeah.
I would be like, stop.
Come on, Luigi.
Stop it, Luigi.
Okay.
And now he's in jail and everybody loves him. Who's the jury gonna be? You know, that's the real question. Now, obviously, the trial, it's going to be a year from now. People forget. I love all my friends that are like, nobody's going to convict him. I go, dude, people forget. One of my friends goes, there'll be 100,000 person protest at his trial. I go, dude, it's going to be a year and a half from now. Everyone's going to forget. I'm sorry. I know that right now it is the biggest story in the world. It is drama. It is forcing a long overdue conversation about healthcare. But in a year and a half, whenever his trial is, I don't think you can have 100,000 people.
I have not seen the internet light up about a story like this in a very long time. And by the speed of the internet, I mean probably 12 days. I don't even remember what it was before. I don't remember things. Will we remember this forever, or will we forget very soon? I'll tell you what is going to keep it in the story. My man's delicious, delicious abs. You can't walk around thirst trapping. I mean, he is, again, we do not condone murder on this program, but he's doing it. He's kind of got a bit of a Dexter vibe going on. And a lot of people are saying, hey, what he did makes sense to us. And that was already the case. And then we find out who this man is, and what are we treated to but a delicious, delicious six-pack, and his main social media profile being his Goodreads account. Hey, Luigi, save some pussy for the rest of us, dude. You can't just walk around this planet making women expect the average man to be shrouded, hot, have a sense of justice, potentially misguided, depending on where you stand on the issue, and be well-read. That's too many things to put on the modern man. You have people on Twitter right now who can't even type because they've been flicking the bean for so long. They're getting carpal tunnel in their fingers. Their fingers are slipping off of the keyboard because everyone wants to cradle his too spicy meatball.
What do we know about Luigi besides the fact that he comes from a family that has, I think, a cousin who's a state senator? He went to a private school. He was a valedictorian. He was a computer science guy, and he had 79,000 Twitter followers, which meant he spent a little time on the internet getting into all the issues. I checked out his Twitter profile, and he was a retweeter and a replier, and he had an opinion about everything. Young kid in his 20s who's from an Italian family. You don't come from a half Italian family and name your child Luigi. If you name your child Luigi, there's a good chance both your parents were Italian. And this just shows you no matter how privileged an Italian kid can get. He'll always want to do crime. He did some crime. The kid was surfing in Honolulu and hurt his back. Was it the back problems? Was he denied surgery? And did he get upset? Was this for society or was this just because he wanted a back surgery? I can't imagine his parents wouldn't pay for it. We're going to find out a lot more about Luigi and what he thinks the best pizza in the country is. Because he definitely has an opinion on that as well. Who knows? Maybe this CEO guy said something outrageous about how he loved pineapple pizza and Luigi got upset. That happens a lot of time. Maybe he heard this guy in an interview say, I love my seafood pasta fra diavolo with cheese. And Luigi got upset. And he went, no. You can't put Parmigiani in seafood pasta. It's a disgrazia. We don't know. All we know is the kid is Italian. It's like if a black kid did this and his name was Raheem Jamal Jenkins. His name is Luigi. What's the last name? Mangiani? Luigi Mangioli. Luigi Italiano Canzizzi. Luigi Nicholas Mangioni. La Delara.
So Luigi Mangione. Italian. What are you going to do today, Luigi? I'm going to kill the United CEO healthcare guy. The guy who's in charge of healthcare. I get emotional. Get the silencer. Get the silencer. Get the bullets and get a pen. I need to ride on these bullets.
Josh Potter said something on Twitter that made me laugh really hard. He's like, Luigi Mangiomi's the most Italian name. He might as well have been named Spaghetti Ferrari.
Yo.
Josh Potter rules.
Yeah, Potter's the man.
Yeah. No one expected this, man. This guy, he really came out of the woodwork. He's gonna be an icon for a while.
Oh, he's gonna be on every
sure.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the Regular Deer Tech merch, we called it. Yeah, we called it first.
It's just going to be that picture. It's going to say do-rag in the
Bro literally walked into a Starbucks, took down his mask. They got him on camera. That's how they identified him. And then his dumbass goes to a McDonald's. Yeah. No, everybody thought he was a hero. Not anymore, man. He lost it. His activism only goes so far. Yeah. But yeah, the CEO shooter. The CEO shooter. What a name, dude. Because we have a lot of like entry-level shooters, you know what I mean? But like, this guy's the CEO shooter. Like he knew what he was doing. He didn't put the Monopoly money in the bag for nothing, you know what I mean? But really, if we've learned anything from this week is that people don't really give a shit when rich people die, you know? Like, no, we learned that for the Titanic submarine and probably during the real Titanic. I wasn't around that, but they were probably cracking jokes at that time too. He shot his CEO at 6 a.m., got away, hopped on a city bike, got away. Y'all ever been on a city bike before? You guys have like Lime scooters out here? The first time a city bike ever works is when a guy shoots a CEO. I swear to God. I've never had a smooth exit from a froyo shop. Couldn't get the car to charge. The thing isn't start. This one's broken. This guy just hops on a city bike and goes over 2 states. Insane.
Did it on a bike. What a baller move. You show up to assassination on a bike? Not a Ducati, a bicycle. Like a 12-year-old's mobility device. A bike. Well, that's not really the getaway car for that type of job. That requires a Hyundai Sonata at least. You know how confident you gotta show up to a shooting on a Huffy? It's just you and another Uber Eats delivery guy. Just move over, Juan. I got shit to take care of, dude.
He got away on a city bike. You have to pay with a card for that. That's like Paper Trail City.
No, so it turns out I thought he got away on the city bike too. He had his own e-bike and he was carrying the battery with him. They thought it was a city bike. He had his own e-bike. Oh, this guy's the goat. First off, he's got e-bike money. Second off, he's got a silencer. I mean, he might be part of the 1%.
Dude, well, his fit, I saw a breakdown of his fit, and he was wearing like a $400 jacket. He had like a $350 Peak Design backpack. His shoes were like $800, and then it had the silencer at $900.
God damn, nice, bro. I mean, that is, and let me tell you this, a beautiful man.
It was crazy. They take his mug shot, and the mug shot looked like a cologne ad. Like, that's... That was upsetting to me as a fellow man. I was like, y'all gotta get one bad pic, please. One bad picture. He was doing everything in that mug shot but biting his lip. Like, he's just... You've seen the mug shot. My man was... Mugshot's supposed to be simple. Mugshot's supposed to be your face and your profile. Your face and your profile. Your height. It's supposed to be very quick and easy. You know? This man was so good looking, they took extra mugshots. There's some that are like a little lower than him where he looking down. Like... There's some up high where he just like, you can tell even the mugshot photographer was like, now do it like you're a bad boy.
This kid, super smart, valedictorian of his school, by all measures a zaddy, as the internet is calling him.
Yep. Both women and men really into him. And so is the media, because they keep taking pictures of this guy. He's the most photographed felon I've ever seen in my entire life. They keep making him stand up and take photos.
This is what they do to a good-looking murderer.
No, but even, you know, those memes of like the really sexy felon, and it's just a mugshot, and then that mugshot goes viral. They keep making him stand up and take photos in different looks.
Right.
Like, here's the orange jumpsuit. Never put the striped one on.
Right.
Let's do the blue one.
Oh, I mean, the media is having a field day with this because it is a distraction from what was actually going on at United Healthcare, which has like the highest denial rates among any of the insurers.
Yeah.
Their stock went up when Brian Thompson got because they knew they were going to be replaced by someone who was even more stringent. Like that, United Healthcare is not taking this laying down. They're not going to make any changes for the positive. They're going to be like, oh, word, you shoot one of our CEOs? Guess what? You don't have cancer.
Well, they still had the meeting, like, right after they
Right,
shot
like,
him. Like, oh, Brian's not here?
Yeah.
He's dead? All right. Anyway, let's...
He's dead. One more salary off our books.
When that man died, right, like an hour later, 2 hours later, I Googled it because I was like, who is CEO of United Healthcare? Because I wanted to see who this was, right? And within that time, an hour or 2 hours, the company had already changed the CEO and put up a new picture of a new guy. Within 2 hours, you know, cold that is. Also, that guy, that call to him, you know, hey, you've been promoted. Oh, yeah? What happened to the other guy? Don't ask about it. Don't look at the news. Cancel your internet. Just get down here to this conference. That conference still happened. Is that not dark? That's dark. The CEO of a company was executed on the street, and they're just like, well, we got to start the meeting. It's got to go. Time is money. We can't just wait around, you know. Does anybody want to say anything about him? Fuck that. We got to go. We've rented this ballroom. It's going to cost money if we stay here. It's just very dark. And this company, United Healthcare offered $10,000. $10,000 for information on the killer. $10,000. $1 billion company offered $10,000 for their CEO. That's like if somebody killed my mom and I offered you half a penny to find the killer. Half a penny. Can somebody help find the killer of my mom? I'll give you a bite of my sandwich. I got a 6-inch sub here. I will give you one bite. Unbelievable. It's so dark. It is so dark, man. Because people walk around being like, this company doesn't care about us. They don't care. This company showed us. They don't care about us. They don't care about them. They don't care. They don't care about their own people. What they did to a CEO, they think they give a fuck about your grandmother? They'll walk into a hospital and choke her themselves. They don't care. They'll walk right in. I'm like, gonna die, Granny, you bitch. Take another pill now, whore. They don't care. The CEO, the top. They don't give a f.
I love that he's so wicked. It probably pumped him up. Wicked probably pumped him up, and he heard that defying gravity, and he was just like, all right, now I got to do it. I got to do it. He was probably pumped the up from Wicked, and then he's like, it, I'm going to do it. I was on the fence until I saw Wicked.
You watch, though. You watch. They're already starting to say this Luigi kid was an anti-capitalist because what they want to do is they don't want us to identify with him. They don't want red and blue came together. Working class red and blue came together. CEOs. And now what they're going to do is try to divide us again. And there's bots probably already doing it on Instagram. I'm telling you, these people should be in jail for treason.
Everyone was obsessed. The news was obsessed. The news was obsessed when it happened. The news was like, finally, we have something to talk about that's not Trump. Oh, wow. What a day. So the news talked about it all day. The news talked about it nonstop. The news would even have people on to discuss it who clearly were just finding stuff out in the moment with us on the news. They would bring the expert on and then play the clip. And then the expert would watch the clip and be like, damn, it's like you. You were supposed to know, sir. That's why you're on the news.
Everyone for at least 48 hours really liked this guy. Some blue-collar guy in Iowa goes, hey, man, insurance company's me over. I ain't too mad at what he's done. A gay man in New York at 3 a.m. saying, this is the guy who did it. I'll suck him right now. Women in all parts of the country going, I've had worse boyfriends. I've met worse guys. At least he's doing something where he cares about society. I read some of the thirst comments for him, and it reminded me that I'm short.
I feel like I probably shouldn't admit that he's hot, but I think everyone thinks he's hot. He's hot, yeah.
He got accused of shooting somebody.
I like the hair, his hair.
I actually am a bit of a bad boy myself.
I don't believe that.
That's true, I punched a cat once.
Oh my God.
Women have a long history of fawning over bad boys.
I want him to tie me up and
whether that's a murderer, a drug dealer, or just a good old-fashioned man who beats his wife. I just mentioned you in the intro, so I thought that I
don't think he's an attractive guy at all. In fact, it was better when he was a mystery.
Just the idea of him.
I've already moved on. I don't really care.
Nick likes it.
You gotta kill. You gotta. Look, I'm a consumer of podcasts. Great. Yes, you killed the United Healthcare CEO. That was Wednesday.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because you did the one thing the first time. Now you owe me, and you've done nothing.
Exactly.
Since the last
it would
time,
be so
which was a
funny if
couple
he.
days ago.
The funniest outcome is if he posted bail and then shot the CEO of McDonald's. I think that's the only way to redeem himself.
Ronald.
He kills RFK. That'd be great.
It's weird that like everyone's in love with this Luigi feller, but like that Elizabeth Warren looking nerd tried to kill Trump, and everyone forgot the next day.
Yeah.
When an ugly nerd tries it, America forgets.
He missed 3 times.
He missed a bunch, and then he killed a different guy. And then he got shot in the face.
He looks like Elizabeth Warren.
I would like to scold this country, and I would like to take a firm stance on that we all need to start having better taste in men. I mean, I get it. This kid's got nice abs. He's got a downward angled shot that makes you want to come on him. I understand where people are coming from. But, I mean, really, are we going to all get all obsessed with this fruitcake who may or may not have a unibrow? Is this really the type of taste in men that we're going to put forward as being the lover boy? Why is it that when men go out and kill people, women get so excited? Women love serial killers. That's why, you know what? That's what's really going on. Every time, like, you're trying to meet up with someone, they're like, hey, you're not going to kill me. They secretly, for some reason, want you to want to kill them. It's because women want you to be that obsessed about them that they think you're going to end their life. Like, even if you don't know them and you're first meeting them, they want you to be that level obsessed with them that it's like the end of the relationship and you caught them cheating on you and now you want to kill them. That's the type of passion that women are looking for. And that's the reason that for some reason they're all completely obsessed with serial killers. And then you know what else it is? I think it's like this obsession of my vagina could have saved him. Look at that handsome man. Can you believe that he went out and committed these crimes before I gave him my vagina to see if that would be the thing that converted him to still remaining a normal person?
What else did I see? You guys see that United Healthcare guy got shot? Holy shit, pretty wild. Yeah, well, wouldn't that be funny if they rushed the guy to the hospital and they're like, ooh, we don't take United. Sorry, not gonna fly here. Yeah. We gotta make this a normal thing. Yelp. Let's just start, hey, my Uber was 10 minutes late. Yeah, well, it's just fucked up. We give hundreds of dollars to insurance every month. And then you try to get something, and they're like, no, thank you. You're like, what the hell? It's like buying your wife lobster and diamonds and fur coat. You're like, how about a hand job? She's like, I'm tired. You're like, all right, I'm gonna have to hire somebody to kill this bitch. Yeah.
The support for this guy has been bipartisan and bisexual and everything in between. I just can't stop thinking about how ugly the Trump shooter was. No one talked about that guy. I'm just saying, this is a dark thing to say, and I don't want you guys to get weird, but obviously the Trump shooter, he died, he was shot. Probably good. This would be a tough week for Crooks. This would be a hard week to live through. He's sitting in a jail cell just like, everyone wants to Luigi. Where was the love for Crooks? You know? Is it because I missed? It's because I missed, isn't it? He got so much closer than me. Come on. I was like, no, dude, you're a 3. He's a 10. But, I should have quit while I was ahead. But, I don't know. What a year for assassins. I never thought I would hear that word so much in my life. The main thing I learned is I don't know what the word motive means. After the Trump ones, they're trying to find the shooter's motive. I'm like, I think he was trying to shoot that guy.
What are you studying? Health administration. Health administration. Oh. Bang, bang! Get ready.
Just with all of the fun stuff that people have had to say following the murder of that United Healthcare CEO, some people just have that extra gear. When you think that every little
thing you do is
string from the ball of yarn has been pulled out.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's
when you think that Sweater Song's finally at the last guitar solo.
This is from an up-and-coming comedian. You know healthcare is getting bad when CEOs of insurance companies are getting shot.
Check and mate. Put it in a packet. Send it to John Oliver.
What the?
You're gonna have the next share of the Daily Show with that one.
Just nothing.
For more compilations of all your favorite comedians reacting to current events, from everything to the P. Diddy allegations to Drake vs. Kendrick, or the dozens of other topical stories we've made videos about, check out the playlist down below in the description. And thank you for watching.
At Joke World. That's it. At Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.